Well, in our video today, we are going to be looking at what do you do when your spouse shuts down, walk out, ignores, and definitely stonewall on you. Just the other day, I was having a talk with my teenage son, and teenagers are interesting creatures. And it was something about what was happening at school. And in the midst of it, he got frustrated when I pressed him on an issue, totally locked down, got up, and walked off. Now, that didn't go down very well with me. You know, those of you who know me, I'm from I have a Caribbean background, grew up in the Caribbean, and we were brought up in an era when children are seen and not heard, when children must respect their elders regardless of their emotions and feelings. But we're living in a modern or postmodern age, and these creatures, these children of ours, don't have access to that type of conditioning. You know, I haven't thought about it. Yes, I did have a word with him, not a very kind word, but I just let him know that that was not the done thing and that was disrespectful. But when I began to replay the scenario in my mind, given the field that I'm in, coaching field and helping people regulate their emotions, I realized a number of things. One, that teenagers, their emotions are quite volatile. You probably wouldn't know that. That's not new. But also, they are not very skillful at managing their emotions. So when my son got what we would call flooded, you know, some people would say upset, but the brain actually got flooded. The system got flooded. He's not able to even think because the cognitive part of his mind has actually gone online, has been shut down. And the frustration that he felt, he couldn't contain himself. So he literally walked off. And he didn't see it as being disrespectful, because when I asked him about it, he's asking, well, how was it disrespectful? I mean, typical teenagers. But I realized that what he did was what the mind, what the body, what his neurological system was conditioned to do. He needed to get away. He needed to get away from the current situation that was a threat to him. And him walking out or getting away in order to calm himself down or soothe himself down was actually not an act of disrespect to me, but literally a way of him managing his emotions, his feelings, so that eventually he can re-engage. And that's what we want to talk about. That the shutdown, the silence, the dismissing attitude of your spouse may be more than just disrespect. Maybe, and I want you to think about that, maybe they are not really weaponizing that. Some people do, but most people don't. Maybe if you get to understand and see what's transpiring in their brain, in their body, that you may understand it a little bit better. And that's what we want to talk about. I'm going to play this video for you, and I think it's an insightful video, and make commentaries on it as we go along. And at the end, I hope you're able to grasp that the shutdown, the silence, the defensiveness, or the stonewalling may not be weapons to hurt you, but maybe strategies of self-regulation. Let's go.
You bring something up. Your spouse goes quiet. They give one-word answers, or they just leave the room.
Oh,
and the more you push, the further they pull away. This is one of the most frustrating cycles in marriage.
Indeed.
And it makes you feel completely invisible. But here's what most people don't realize. When your spouse shuts down, it is not a relationship problem. It's a nervous system problem.
It is.
Their body has decided this conversation is not safe, and their brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's protecting them. So
the brain is doing exactly what it is designed to do, which is to protect them. And by the way, what I will add here too, it also protects you. I'll speak a little bit more on how that protects you, even though you think that it's doing the opposite of protecting you.
Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 reasons your spouse shuts down. and what you can actually do about it. The first reason is emotional flooding. When people feel criticized or cornered, the brain registers it as a threat. That means the part of your spouse's brain that handles rational conversation literally goes offline.
Yep.
They're not choosing to shut you out. They can't not shut down. The second reason is past pattern recognition.
Before we go into the second reason, I don't know if you've ever had an experience, but I've seen this happen because at one point in time, as young children, we actually caught a rat, and we were chasing it up and down the place until eventually we got it cornered. And so we were thinking, yes, we now have it cornered. We are going to bag it and go outside and kill it. All of a sudden, when we were trying to get the rat actually jumped at us and tried to attack us, and we scattered. There were three of us, so we literally scattered and ran from this little rat. And that is what is happening. That sometimes when a person feels cornered, he needs or she needs to find a way of escape. And if they can't escape, guess what? They may even attack you. And that's the point I wanted to expand on, that they are protecting themselves when they feel flooded, but they're also protecting you, because many times when a person is flooded and there's no release valve, they literally attack you.
If previous conversations ended in conflict, your spouse's nervous system learned to brace for impact. The moment you use a certain tone, bring up a certain topic, you haven't even said anything yet,
Oh dear.
and they're already in defense mode. The third reason is protection of the relationship. This surprises people.
That's
Sometimes
important.
a spouse goes quiet because they're afraid of what they'll say if they speak. They're protecting you and the relationship by not speaking. Now here's the good news. None of these things mean your spouse doesn't care or doesn't want connection. It means the delivery needs to change before the conversation can. Once you understand what's happening in their nervous system, you can create the safety that allows them to actually stay in the room with you.
And so here's a question that you probably have on your mind. What should you do? Now, when a person shuts down and says nothing and moves off and moves away, we don't know what to think. And the story our minds make up is that they're rude, they're insultive, and they're doing it to spite and hurt you. And that story conditions how you react to their action. And when you react, you yourself may either chase after them or pull away and shut down, which doesn't help. And what needs to happen is, one, allow them to go off, to regulate, to debrief, to self-soothe, so that when they come back, do not force the issue, because when a person is flooded, the person is incapable of having a rational, normal conversation. They're not going to hear you. They're going to be responding from a place of anger or frustration, and things will only get worse. Once everybody is calm, cool, collected, you can try again. And then you would ask, is it okay that we speak about what happened the other day? When you walked off, it affected me this way. And the story my mind made up was about this, but I would like to hear what was happening with you. And you approach it from a position of curiosity, of trying to understand. If there was a sensitive issue that you were dealing with, again, you might want to approach this with a soft startup, not a harsh startup, a soft startup. And then you would actually say to them, look, I would like to hear how you feel and how we could take this forward. Focusing more on, what can I do to make you feel better? What can I do to make you feel that this situation is resolved? Or what can we both do? Maybe have a brainstorming meeting and work through so that you get a win-win solution. And if it is that the situation is so volatile and that this can't happen without someone blowing up or shutting down, you may need external help. And if you need that help, you can see a counselor, a pastor, a coach, or somebody like me that can help you to navigate this tricky situation and come to a resolution that is helpful to the relationship. Remember, your spouse, when he or she shuts down and move out, it's not that he's against you. It's simply that they're trying to protect you and the relationship. Take care. If you need help, get in contact.